watching Let's Chat.
I am here this morning with my good friend Richard Self with Don Self StateFarm Insurance Agency to talk about some new accident reporting protocols that has been in the news. We even talked about it in the previous segment. Thank you for coming here today,
I'm glad
Richard.
to be here,
so
Andy. It's good to see you.
Thank you.
Good to see you again.
So what can you tell us about this new accident reporting protocol?
Oh boy, the more things change, the more they stay the same. It seems like when we were growing up, if we were to have a wreck, it seemed like we were told exchange information at the scene, get the other phone number, swap insurance,
right.
and then just go on about your ways. Well, for a long time, it was just the opposite of that. And your previous guests and I were talking before, and they seemed to think that was because of a big wave of road rage at the time. So the police wanted to keep everybody separated.
Right, stay in your car, call the police, don't get out.
Don't get out.
Even if it's minor.
Heaven forbid you could have contact with the other person, right?
That's so true.
Well, they've gone back to, in the event of minor accidents, fender benders as we call them, to exchange information at the scene, get the other person's insurance information, phone number, all of those things, and then file a report separately with the police. And that's kind of where it gets confusing for a lot of folks.
Right, because there's no sort of definition of what means you don't call the police. It's not really defined. I guess it's like, well, if no one's hurt, we get out of the way and then we...
Right, it's a little bit muddy, a little bit. There are, I brought a cheat sheet because I don't have it memorized. It's so new, these procedures.
No, it's very interesting.
In the police will come to an accident if there's death or injury of any kind, hit and run from either party, apparent impairment on one of the drivers, drugs or alcohol.
Right.
Any government-owned vehicles, and Mark and John had an interesting perspective on that. The government's going to protect their own vehicles. Hazardous materials of any kind, and that can be paint.
See, it's just so vague, isn't it?
Right.
I would just err on the side of calling,
Always
not to
call
give bad
and
advice.
give them the situation and let them decide.
Right, exactly.
And the big part of this, you want to call the police if there's any sort of confrontational interaction between the two parties. If there's a fight at the scene, obviously we want the police to come.
Right. I'm telling you, if my son was involved in something like, I would almost say, hey, just call the police and just err on the safe side. But I don't want to give bad advice. That just...
No, it's always good to, I think, call the police. There's a dispatch number, 698-2525, or call 911.
There you go.
And let the police dispatch people sort it out based on the information.
Fantastic advice. So, Mr. Self, I know you have great customer service. That's what sets you apart, and you're kind. So talk to me about what your role is in that moment.
Well, a lot of it is making sure our customers sort of understand the process, as confusing as it can be. And one of the other things that has come along with this new procedure is that any party that's involved in a wreck is now required to file this form with the state, and you have to do that within 20 days of the accident. It's a form that used to be called an SR-21. It's got its own form number now, but you have to complete this information. A lot of it is information just about you and your policy and that kind of stuff. Some of it will need to come from your insurance company, though.
Okay, where can they download this form SR-21?
I just got it from the tn.gov site, but if anyone needs a copy of this, they can call our office and we'll email you a copy of it, whether you're our customer or not.
That is a great plug.
Be glad to do that.
That's right. Call Richard Self. Where can people call you?
Call us. Our office number is 423-396-2126.
That's right.
Or you can reach us at donself.net.
Donself.net for the SR-21. Any type of incident involving two cars, they need to fill that out.
Absolutely. And the threat here is if it's not done within 20 days, you take a risk of losing your license if you don't report an accident.
That's incredible. So as we're getting ready to wrap up, tell me one more time why people should consult with you about their insurance needs.
Oh, goodness. There's a lot of mystery in insurance, and the biggest part of what we do for our customers is to make sure you don't have any surprises. Like if a customer of ours today were to have a wreck in the car, we think we can give them advice that would help them through this process without having a lot of surprises to it.
Right.
But it's good to review coverages on a regular basis to make sure that you know what's covered and what's not covered. Again, no surprises.
And you cover everything.
We do.
Everything.
Well,
Jewelry?
everything's a big word, but
Like valuable items in a home?
absolutely.
Home insurance?
Absolutely. Home and cars and small business and life insurance and pet insurance and
Right.
just about everything.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for being here today,
Andy.
Richard. It's
It's a
always
pleasure.
nice to see you.
It's great to see you
I hope
too.
everyone gives you a call, stops by. You're on Little Debbie Parkway, donself.net, 423-396-2126. Fantastic service with my friend Richard Self here with Don Self State Farm Insurance.
Thank you, Andy. It's been a
Thank
pleasure.
you.